Hello, everyone. We are getting ready to go live in a couple of minutes. I'm Angie.
This is Dane.
And we've got some exciting things to talk to you all about tonight. We're going to be talking about before you say I do.
Yes.
And we wanted to just come on here and just share some things we've learned while we were dating. We have been married, drum roll, for 25 years.
Actually, I'd like to say it's quarter of a century.
That seems like such a long time.
I know it is.
But it's been a really good journey being married. You know, there's a lot of negativity out there about marriage, but we're here to say that marriage is fun, marriage is good, marriage is great, marriage is rewarding, all of the above. Every day is not easy, but overall, marriage is so awesome.
Yes.
And so we want to give you some tips. We want to give you some pointers so that you too can have an awesome marriage.
Yes.
And an awesome courtship.
Yes. In order to have a successful marriage, it starts with the courtship. It starts with before I say I do.
Right.
And that's why it's so important that we lay a good foundation that sets the pace for the rest of your life.
Right. And so we wanted to talk to you today about some red flags. These are things that you need to look for.
Yes.
A lot of times people are, dating and they're in love and they got their boo. And a lot of times you're so mesmerized with that person, and you have blind spots. You may not see certain things. You may not see certain red flags. So we wanted to just make sure that as you are dating, that you watch for certain things in that relationship.
Let's see, what are red flags? I see red flags. These are what I would call a protective mechanism. It's almost it's just like a check light in your car.
Right.
If you see a check light in your car, would you ignore it? I would hope not. Because if you ignore the check light, what will end up happening? Eventually, your vehicle will come to a screeching halt. The same thing with a relationship. If you ignore a few red flags that we're going to be talking about, your relationship will end up in problems. And we have seen it for many years now. We've done marriage counseling, we've done premarital counseling, and these are things that you need to look for. So these are protective, as I said, protective mechanism, and it's built in.
Right.
You will know deep in your heart. And we've talked with couples, and when you ask them, they're going through tough times, and you ask them, especially disastrous times, and you ask them, how did you all meet? And you start getting deeper. You ask them, you said, how did you feel? And they had always, most of the times, have these red flags that they ignore, because we were in love. Yeah. So let's look at some of them. What are some of those red flags?
Yes. One major red flag is if you are dating someone that is controlling and has abusive behavior towards you, towards any person.
Right. A big one is being criticized a lot. Meaning if the person you're dealing with, you're thinking of getting married to, if they nitpick and criticize, you can't do anything right. That's a red flag. That actually tells you your relationship is heading in the wrong direction.
Exactly. Another red flag is if they accuse you of being unfaithful.
Ooh,
that's a major one. You could be talking to a friend, a co-worker, and they catch wind of it and they accuse you of, you're not being faithful, you're cheating on me. That's a red flag.
Yes, that is one of the biggest one that we have here, because it speaks to the foundation of your future relationship. Trust is one of those foundational stone in your relationship. If you don't have trust, you have
nothing.
So if for some reason you're being accused of being unfaithful or whatever, it's a trust issue, and your relationship will not go anywhere.
So true.
Okay.
Another red flag to watch out for is if the person does not respect your boundaries. And can you give an example?
Yeah, a good one in terms of boundaries. Many of us, we grew up in a families where it's a big one that premarital sex. Let's say the person you're dealing with, let's say you chose not to have premarital sex, you decide to hold yourself onto marriage, and the person you're dealing with is pressuring you to do it, then you know you have a problem.
Exactly.
Because now you're being pushed, no respect for the boundaries that you've set in your life. So that one, to me, if you're being pressured, I would say kick him to the curb. What do you think?
I agree because pressure is not good.
Especially in those pressures in terms of for your relationship.
Right. Another thing to look out for is the person is pressuring you to spend less time with your family and your friends. In essence, they are trying to isolate you.
Yes.
That is something you have to be careful of.
Yes. The reason being is that your family and friends, we consider it your safety net. Your safety net.
Right.
So when you're going through and you're doing life, you need to do life, especially the formative years or months or years of your relationship when you're dating. You need to do those years or those times in the context of family and friends. Why? Because you're so in love and your family and friends will see things that you don't see.
Right.
So most of us in relationship, because we're on cloud nine, we have what we call blinders. We have blinders on. So your family and friends will able to detect things that you don't see, you don't detect. So it's very important to do life with family and friends. So if you're being isolated, that's a major red flag. Oh, yes.
And I kind of wonder, like, if they're isolating you, are they trying to hide something that they don't want the rest of the family to see?
Right.
Are they trying to hide something that they don't want your family to see?
Right.
And so we suggest that while you're dating someone, go out on a date with couples and with family.
Exactly.
So that they can see how the person rolls. They can see, how the person treats you. They can see some things that you may not be able to see.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
That is so important. And I mean, to be honest with you, if this one is so important because you get the benefit of other people evaluating your marriage, doing all that to make sure that your marriage is successful. The other thing you need to see, your friends, if they're true friends, and your families, they love you.
Right.
They want to see the best for you.
So true.
So do not isolate. Don't push them away. I know you're protective of your boo and all that, but trust me, your families and friends have
feedback.
Your best interest at heart. So you need to get feedback. Actually free feedback from people that love you. So that is one that we would say, make sure that's incorporated in your dating process.
Right.
The other big one is addiction to alcohol, drugs or
and pornography.
That is big.
Major.
If you love the person you're dealing with or love yourself, you would tell them, hold on, let's put this relationship on hold. Time out.
On ice. Put it on ice.
Put it on the shelf and
let that person go to counseling, go to rehab so that they can work on their problems.
Yes.
And when they come out of rehab, then possibly we can get back into a relationship.
Yes, exactly. It is so important because the tendency for us, because we're so in love, is to think, oh no, I can change her. I can change him. No. Trust me. Your love for them, I know it might be strong, but that addiction needs to be broken.
Yes.
Because if it's not broken, it will destroy your relationship. So that's something that we'd say that is a non-negotiable. This is something that you have to make sure you take care of.
So true.
The other is in terms of inability to apologize. That's a red flag.
That's a big one.
I mean, in marriage,
you're going to be apologizing almost every other day.
Maybe not every other day, but you'll be apologizing every 2 days. You'll be apologizing enough. I consider the ability to say I'm sorry as a powerful tool.
Yes,
Not to manipulate, but truly to say, dear, I'm sorry.
Right.
I love you. I'm on your side. What I said, I didn't mean it that way.
Right.
It came across differently, but this is what I meant.
Right.
And this is a way anyone in successful marriage, successful relationship will tell you it is
always
good to apologize and learn how to do it well. Do it sincerely.
Exactly. So true. So true. And we've been practicing that one for years, and that's why we're still married today.
Yes.
We know if one of us mess up, I'm sorry.
Yes.
That's a part of our everyday vocabulary.
That's
I'm
correct.
sorry.
That's correct. And the other thing is while I'm thinking about it, is that when you say I'm sorry, the other thing, we made sure we do not go to bed angry at each other.
Right.
Ooh. No, but in this case, it might not be applied, right? Is it? You think?
Well, in this case, it's not applied.
No.
But after you get married, don't go to bed angry.
No, but it can still be a rule.
But it still can be a rule, yes.
Don't carry unresolved issue from one day to the next.
Yes.
Be able to have a fresh, clean heart towards each other.
Fresh start every single day.
The other red flag is if you have different core values. What that means is their core values is your standard. Each of us has personal standard, personal belief system, and you have to make sure that the person you're dealing with have similar core values. Because if they don't have similar core values, you'll bump heads constantly.
Major. And one core value would be, like, for example, I want to have one child, and my boo, he wants to have 7 children. Or I'm a Christian and my boo is an atheist or a Muslim.
Right.
Those are core values that you need to work through before you say I do.
Yes, exactly.
Because if not, once you get married, it's gonna collide and cause problems.
The challenge that most people that are so-called in love, they think for some reason I can change
the love we have will change
you.
Will change us.
No, it will not.
Or sometimes they think the love we have, we will be able to work out our differences. But not always.
There's certain things you want to make sure it's on the table, it's on being discussed, that you come to an agreement before you get married. The other is if you're dealing with somebody who had failed a history of failed relationships, meaning that they had one relationship after the other is failing. And I say that the common denominator in all those failed relationships is who? Is
that
you.
Person, right.
Yeah. So there's some issue, deep-seated issue that they're going with from day to day or from time to time, from relationship to relationship. So what we say is that if that person have a history of failed relationship, that is,
be careful.
Caution for pause.
Proceed cautiously.
Yes.
Proceed cautiously. Also, maybe they've been married.
Yes. Many times. 4
or 5 times. Many times.
Yeah. You have to make sure.
And they're trying to make you wife number 5.
Yes.
Be cautious of that. There's a reason why. There's a reason why. A lot of times people that have been in and out of many relationships, they bring a lot of extra baggage.
Yes.
And some of that baggage, there's a lot of stuff in there that you don't want to deal with.
Yes, exactly.
So you have to realize when people have been in and out of relationships, there's going to be some baggage that they're going to bring. So before you say I do, you have to know what you're getting into.
Yes. And the thing is, the challenge that a lot of couples that are dating, for some reason they do not want to talk about tough topics.
Right.
They only talk about the nice, lovey-dovey. No, please don't do that.
Right.
One takeaway. We have a couple of takeaways, and one of the big one is don't base your relationship on I love
how you feel.
Feelings.
Because feelings will come and go.
Yes. Feelings come and go. And actually, most times you want those feelings to go. Because that's not real.
Right.
Real life, I'm not on cloud 9 right now.
Right, exactly.
My love for her is based on commitment to her and not a feeling.
Right.
Because feeling means chemistry, up and down.
Right. So
and
true.
your relationship has to be based on something more tangible, so more substantive, based on reality, based on my love and commitment for you.
Yes. So
okay?
true.
So don't base your relationship on feelings.
Right.
Another takeaway is take your time. Do not be pressured into
marriage.
We say love waits. Love is patient
and love is kind.
So this is really a big one.
Yes.
If you're being pressured into marriage, to me, that should say, hold up, wait a minute.
So true.
Why are we being pressured into marriage?
Right.
This is a time, I wouldn't say run, I would say be very, very careful.
Right,
okay?
right.
Love waits. Okay? Time is your best friend.
Take your time.
Take your time.
Don't rush into that relationship.
The other takeaway is go out. I think we've mentioned this before.
Earlier.
Go out with family and friends.
Yes.
Invite them into evaluating your relationship.
Right.
If you want a successful relationship, you want to make sure that the people that love you the most have a chance, have a say-so in your relationship.
Yes.
The challenge we have in our society today, it's a free society.
Yes.
We do what we want.
Right.
I can get married if I want. If it
all doesn't work out, I'll just get a divorce.
Independence.
True.
But that type of independence can get you in trouble. You need the comfort. You need the encouragement. You need your friends and families to be part of your journey. Amen.
You need accountability.
Yes.
And I would also suggest, if you want to have a healthy relationship, a healthy marriage, a successful marriage, hang with people who have a healthy and successful marriage. Because you'll learn so much from them just by hanging around them.
Yes,
you'll learn so many ways to communicate, ways to handle anger, how to handle disagreements.
Yes,
because we know in marriage, you're marrying somebody completely different from you.
You need that. You need the difference.
You need that. The difference is so good.
Yes.
But there will come a day and time when you will bump heads.
Yes.
And so you're going to have to learn how to resolve a disagreement in a relationship.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So, we just encourage you just to pay attention to those red flags.
Yes.
And if you see any of them, put that relationship on ice. Say, wait a minute. Hold up. Let's examine this a little bit further.
I love you enough to wait. I love me enough to wait.
Yes.
As we said, love waits. Take your time.
Take your time.
There's no reason to rush into a relationship, rush into marriage. Take your time.
Yes.
And as we said, relationship can be fun. Relationship can be rewarding.
Yes, they can.
Relationship can be heaven.
Yes.
Relationship can be the opposite as well.
Oh yes, hell.
So what we're trying to do here is giving you some information so that you can let this be part of your journey as you move forward into dating process, dating phase, and into marriage, so that it will ensure a successful marriage,
successful relationship.
Yes.
Well, that's all we have today, and we just want to say thank you so much for watching.
Yep.
Dane
and Angie,
Marriage Moment, and we will see you again in a couple of weeks.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.